everyone, it's Darby from rejoiceandcreate.com, and this is a little mini series of 5 videos that I created because I was gifted a paper pad that was 4.5 by 6.5 inches. I thought, how fun would that be? 6.5 by 4.5, that gives me an even number plus a 1/2 inch for a tab. Perfect for making bags and boxes. And that's exactly what I did. I sat down and created, and I think I have maybe 4 sheets left of this, and you can see the wonderful array of colors it comes in. So through this series, I want to go ahead and show you the boxes or containers that I made with this. But today we're going to make this box. And this is it's a fun little bag. It actually reminds me of a duffel bag, like, you know, one of the beach duffels that you used to have, and it's a hexagon. And I've seen some of these out on the internet, but I wanted to make sure that I sized it for 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So today we'll go ahead and create this little guy. And today I'm using one from the Paper Studio, Terrace Blooms. And it's a really pretty one because it has a lot of them that have a copper foiling on them. But today I'm going to do something perhaps maybe a little bit more masculine, one you can use for the guys as well. We'll put the 6.5 inch side up first. And what we're going to do is score it at every inch because we're making a hexagonal bag, so we need 6 sides. So score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, and 6 inches. Now we're going to be putting some additional score lines in. So what we're going to do is actually either mark or do a little notch at every 1/2 inch mark. So at a 1/2 inch I'm doing a little mark, so I know, a little notch. At 1.5 a little notch. At 2.5 a little notch. 3.5 the same. 4.5, and then at 5.5. Okay. Turn the top to the right, and then we're going to turn it on the short side and score it at 1.25 inches, and then score it at 3 1/4 inches. All right, and that's what we need. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip this over because hopefully you'll see this. I have those 1 inch sections across the top, and I have that score right in the middle. And what we're going to do, let me go ahead and pencil it in so you can see. There's the one across, and here's all the ones up and down, and then there's the notches. And we're actually going to take a scoring stylus and a ruler. Where's my mini ruler? There it is. And we're actually going to score a little triangle, and that's how the top closes as it does. We'll go from the top center to that lower left intersection and the top center to the lower right, and we're going to do that on all of them across. And you can actually do that right here on that last 1/2 inch tab because that'll help it close better. I didn't draw these, but figured you got it now after a few. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and score this way. And we'll go back this way. Okay, so we have that 1/2 inch score line at the end. That's our glue tab, but we don't need that bottom little rectangle. So we'll go ahead and cut that off. And slightly angle it, not much. All right, now for these bottoms, you can just simply cut right up the score line. Because they're gluing across from each other, you don't need to do any notching for it. Just keep cutting it straight up. Okay. All right, we'll take a minute now and fold and burnish. And you don't need to do the angled ones yet because you can kind of pinch those once you get it, the bag together. Make sure I have it right there. Okay. All right, so that 1/2 inch tab is over there. Go ahead and put some strong adhesive on it. I'm using Tombow Extreme. All right, go ahead and fold it over. Make sure your tops are lined up. press it down. Okay. All right, so here is your hexagon. So we'll go ahead and put the bottom together first. And I use the Tombow liquid glue on this one because it gives me a chance to get the shape right. Now go ahead and put one in first, and then I would take, actually I'm going to start with this one, put one in first and then the opposite one. And I put the glue right on the end of the tab because you can see these tabs don't go all the way across. But go ahead and just put it on the end and just hold it there for a second so it will just give you a stick. All right, go ahead and pick another one, put it on the end. And the one opposite from it. And then from the one with the seam in the back. And then go ahead and glue that top one that kind of goes from the front. All right, now this gives you a chance to kind of get things hexagonal, so I'll get those lined up. And I'll turn that over and stick those down. All right, so now go ahead and pinch in on each one of these. And because you put in the score lines, you should get a triangle shape that kind of comes off like this. Here's from that top score line all the way up to the top, and you should have a triangle like that. So go ahead and pinch it and kind of, you can push it back and forth. And do that for all of those. And especially take care, we did do the score line on that fold, but because there's a double thickness of paper, just go ahead and take a minute and make sure that's well folded. All right, so that's what we have right now. And now we just need our holes. All right, so I have an 1/8 of an inch hole punch. And what I'm going to do is hold it like this and about maybe a 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch down. And almost, but not quite at that score line, I'm going to line up these holes. Yeah, I guess I'm about 3/8 of an inch. Do that all the way around. Okay, so that's all the way around. All right, so I'm going to thread some cording through, and I've got some white baker's twine, some of the thick stuff, and this is from Stampin' Up. But to make it easier on myself, I'm actually going to roll some Scotch tape around one end of it. And see, I don't know if you can see that, I put it on there and I kind of folded it, and then I just rolled it so I have a enclosed end. And then I just took a pair of scissors and kind of cut it at a little angle. And this gives me like a shoelace almost, that it's easier to thread through all those holes, because otherwise it can fray very easily. All right, so where's my seam? My seam is at the back, so I'm going to start somewhere in the front and just start threading this through. All right, so now we just have to tie it. All right, to make it look a little fun, I'm going to go ahead and just tie a knot on the bottom ends of my twine, baker's twine. Nope, actually that's a little bit long. And then just snip it off. So I hope you enjoyed the project and give it a try. If you liked the video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you can be notified of new videos as I post them. For more information on the 4.5 by 6.5 inch projects or on any projects, please visit rejoiceandcreate.com. And as always, until we meet again, I hope your days are blessed. Bye!